And of course, and Cuckoo we expect to be back, well, potentially after the international break at the end of this month. We were halfway through our conversation about Son. We can go back to that. Really, in terms of comparison, we're talking about finishers. That is extraordinary. Over the last 7 seasons, only Lionel Messi is outperforming his XG more. So, in layman's terms, he would have been expected to score 34 goals fewer based on the quality of chances that he's had.
But that just shows what Daniel said earlier on about what a great player he's been in the Premier League. He is. He probably doesn't get the attention because Tottenham haven't won the biggest trophies as well. But look at the company. It's not just Messi, Harry Kane underneath him, Mbappe. We're talking about 3 of them, maybe out of the top 4 attacking players in world football if you had Haaland in there. But I just want to ask you, Daniel, you've had a similar sort of journey where playing out wide and now going central. Now, this is a goal here now that he scored against Burnley. The goal happens, he's gone central. Now, I just want to bring you in on that sort of different role. And I just want to sort of to demonstrate. So you've played out wide, where you're facing the play, you're back to the touchline, you're maybe making penetrating runs. He's now gone central. Explain to us the differences Son has got to come up against now when you actually look at the position that he's in right now with his back to play.
Right, so if you're talking about central strikers, you're sort of got your 2 centre-halves behind you, you're occupying the defence, that's your job. So if you think with Son now, if you think with how Haaland's playing, his job is to keep the defence back, to occupy them, to be an option in the play. If you're not going to be an option, when you see an action made, you can spin out, you can make a run, you can make that run round there. So it's about positioning yourself to be an option for the team, but also when the moves are made down the sides, that you're in the box and you're bursting.
You know those moves down the side, does that change the role now of a centre-forward slightly? Because we have what you would call wide forwards. It's OK, stay there, don't be moving.
OK. My bad.
I mean, you can see, I'm just going to highlight here, Kulusevski's going to make that run. And we think of so many wide players now, they're almost like wide strikers.
Right.
So does that mean the striker more often than not is like Son, he's in between the centre-backs and he's actually coming to feet? You actually see where he's not looking to run behind, he's actually looking to come short.
Depending on the system. You know, if you think of Liverpool, you had a Bobby Firmino who was running to the ball and that was creating the space for the wingers. Wingers today are considered strikers. Sometimes they are wide strikers. Sometimes they're creators. You know, if you look at a lot of the teams around the world, depending on who they've got on the wings, it almost affects how the striker plays or what type of role the striker has. And here at Spurs, you can see they've got those players making those runs, but they're also, these players are looking for the cutback for him to have the tap-ins. And they're not really tap-ins because it's all about positioning and about getting yourself in that motion, getting yourself there, bursting the gut, being hungry to want to score. The role is different, but I think he's an unbelievable player and love seeing him play.
Well, Richarlison actually made that run in behind, and then because of the pace of Son, he can still get there before the centre-backs. I just want to look at this goal. It's a similar sort of goal, but it's slightly different at Crystal Palace. And we just keep an eye on Son here. And his actual movement in the box, Daniel. Can you just talk us through what is going through his mind?
So, look, he can go across the face here, but he understands that my best way to score right now is to hold position. Typically, you know, the buzzwords when I was younger was get across the front post, Dodger, or, you know, get yourself, do this, do that, take the first man out the game so the man who's running in behind you is the number 10 or something like that, would be in position to get the tap in. Now you see the likes of Son and other players who have done this over the past 10, 15, 20 years where they're not going across the face. They understand, look, the feeling here, the defender's going to go here. I should, as long as I position myself for the cutback, I have an empty net near enough
to shoot into. How hard is it as a centre-forward to stand still in the box when you're looking for a cutback or a cross? Because as you said, you're permanently told, get across the front pace. If the ball doesn't come to you, there's no movement in the box. Have you had challenges from your coaches or your managers if you don't move in the box?
It's all about chemistry. Like, for me, I did move in the box, but it's about the moments which you don't move. It's understanding that I don't need to move now because the ball should come to me. It's all about chess. It's like, OK, cool. What's the next move? That ball's going to go there, which means I need to be here. It's not about saying, oh, I'm going to just make a run because I'm going to make the run. It's chess. It's where's the ball going to end up? Where do I need to be in order for the ball to be coming to my feet? So when I've got to position myself, like, OK, cool, it's going to come on my right foot. I can go like this. It's going to come on my left. I'm going to do this. For me, it's chemistry too. It's your teammates understanding where the ball needs to go.
What I want to ask you about that as well is that, are you being selfish there, or sometimes you've got to make runs for the team? So when you're talking about standing still, that's because you want to score. One of the other times where you think, I've got to make a run, and sometimes it's not for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This particular moment, there isn't anyone. Sometimes you're hearing in the back of your ear, overs or Sids, and you know, all right, cool, I'm making that run because I know my mate's behind me. If you think a Didier drop run a Lampard, Didier would make that run because he knows Lamps is coming in the box. Here, this particular moment, he needs to stay where he is or go across the back post to get a tap in there. So it's not about being selfish in terms of the movement. You make the run based on the chemistry you have with the players. Some fullbacks, you know that they whip it across the face because that's their favourite cross. I need to get across the front post. Also, depending on the players that are around me, I need to adjust where I run. Some people like the back post more, some people like this. So it's all about the chemistry within the team and the striker understanding which positions the manager wants him to leave available for his teammates and take for himself.
There was chemistry there between Brennan Johnson and Son. Maybe that's why he's got the nod tonight. Brennan Johnson making his first start at home for Spurs. Son through the middle, and this is, of course, an evolving Spurs side.